Hello everyone, it's Michael Azar here, and welcome back to the channel, and I want to say thank you for helping me reach 150 subscribers. I hope we can reach 200 soon. Alright, so today we're going to be talking about how to become a better chanter. Now this advice does not only apply to Byzantine chant, but it applies to other types of singing or music as well, such as classical or Broadway or jazz. Alright, so right now, you're starting off as a chanter. You're just beginning. You learn all the notes, and now you're starting to see music. This might concern you because the music is not necessarily easy, all right? So you see the music and it looks very difficult. And your first inclination is that this is too hard for me, I gotta give up. And my first advice for beginners is don't give up. Stick with it, all right? Trust me, every chanter has that intermediate position from when they become beginner to when things start making sense, right? You want to stick with it because once you hit that point where things start making sense, then you just take off and run with it. Everything just starts making sense, and then Byzantine becomes much easier after that, right? So stick with it if you're beginning. All right, so now that you've not given up and you've continued to stick with Byzantine, the next important thing I recommend for you is to find a good mentor. Now, who could this mentor be? It could be the Perp Celti at your church, right? The head chanter. It could be a friend that you know who goes to a different church but is very good at chanting. Somebody who can give you advice, critique, and tips on Byzantine chant, all right? Now, if you're not a Byzantine chanter and you're just familiar with Western singing or classical or Broadway or jazz, it's still important to find a good teacher or mentor who can give you advice and to lead you on the right way. Now, a good mentor should let you keep your normal voice. They should not say, sing how I sing exactly like how I sing, because that's not what a good mentor should do. A good mentor should tell you some advice, give you some critiques. They shouldn't just say, your singing style is horrible, follow me, because that's not what a mentor does. All right? So once you found a good mentor, now the most important thing is practicing.
Come on, man!
Now, practicing is very important in Byzantine chant, but there's a certain way to practice the material so that you don't get bogged down and you don't get overwhelmed. One, when you practice material, try to practice frequently. Try to practice once a day or once every other day. Don't just wait until Sunday to look at Byzantine music, because guess what? Your brain's not going to remember. It has to be constantly. All right? And when you're practicing, there's a certain way to practice. Don't just say, I'm going to learn the hardest and longest pieces. I'm going to learn every doxastica ever written. I'm going to learn every cherubikim ever written. I'm going to learn every canonicon ever written. Because guess what? When you do that, you realize that, hey, those pieces are actually hard. I have to build up to get there, right? So you have to build up to get there. So what do you build upon? Well, here's my advice for practicing. Look to the Sunday of next week. For example, let's say it is February 3rd, and the Sunday is February 10th, right? So I look to the February 10th service, and I see a piece of music, let's say in Orthodox, for example, that I want to learn and deliver, right? Let's say I see the Apolotikia of the day, the Resurrectional Apolotikia. Let's say it's tone 1, and you have the tone 1 Resurrectional Apolotikia. You go to your mentor, the Perp Celti, and ask, hey, can I do the solo? So if they say yes, which is good, then what you want to do is practice each phrase, parlayi and melos, right? Each phrase by phrase. You don't want to do the whole thing melos because you will never learn the piece. You want to do parlayi and melos. Make sure you're getting the exact rhythm and exact melody, right? So once you've done this, work on giving it a little bit of spirit. Look at the words. Look at the text. See, okay, what is the text saying? What part of the text are more accentuated? So you look at it, and then you go to church and you deliver it with very, very good reverence, very good support, good technique, and that's how you get better. You pick pieces from the Orthros of the Sunday or the Vespers of the Saturday, and you work delivering it, and you have your mentor check it, see if it's good, and then you deliver it, right? This is how I got better. So as you find these patterns, you'll actually find that you're going to get better as a chanter for not just one tone, but for every tone, because every tone has a certain set of patterns. And once you find out the patterns, then you'll be a much better chanter. So now we've looked at 3 ways to become a better chanter. One of them is finding a good mentor. One of them is finding a good practice routine and a good method for practicing. And the other one is not giving up. So let's say you're a beginner chanter watching this video and you're thinking, what should my first step be? Well, remember what I said. Look to the next Sunday. See what pieces are there. What can I learn? Then you go to the head chanter or whoever leads the choir and ask them if you can do that piece solo and if they'll check if you're doing it correctly. All right? This is how you get better as a chanter. You choose one thing to work on and perfect, and you do it over time, right? And as you get better, you pick harder things to perfect. All right? So remember, don't give up. This is not an easy art form. It takes a lot of practice, and it takes a lot of time to get good at it. All right? So I hope you found the video helpful. If you did, I'd greatly appreciate if you liked and subscribed. Other than that, I'll see you on the next one, and have a great day.